the quote here and the epilogue as we try and close this chapter here in the book says, what's the point of living? What's the point of living if you're not going to do justice, if you're not going to do love, if you're not going to do mercy, if you're not going to walk humbly before God? What's the point? What's the point of living if you're not going to live? What's the point of living if you're not going to be a blessing to other people? What's the point of living if you're not going to show God to other people? What's the point of living if you're not going to reduce the burden in the life of other people? What is the point of living if you're not going to contribute your own lot to life? But we can do better. And that's why we spend time together here to help each other to come alive and be all that God will have us to be in this life. Remember the fact that we're God's handiwork. God created us for a good work to be done. God thought of what we could do, the good work. Then he created us, fashioned us in the right shape and manner, blessed us, endowed us with all that we need to do the good work. God had a good work in mind. He created us to do the good work. The good work came before our creation. So we're not an afterthought. God had a good work in mind. He created us to do the good work. So we're endowed to do the good work that God created us because of. So we have everything it takes to do all that God has put us here to do. We have everything it takes to make a difference in this life. We're not an afterthought, and we're not empty. We're not unendowed. We're fully endowed to do the work that we have been put here to do, right? So the book has been an argument that as human beings, we long for connection. We need to survive. The book and the book we had before, The Good Life tells us that, relationship, the need for connection is life's bottom line. Somehow God created us to seek, desire relationship, seek, desire. God created us for relationship. When God first of all created Adam, he said, hey, I've created Adam, but something is amiss. Everything is good about my creation, but something is amiss in the way I created Adam. In Adam, I created him in my own image. Everything is consistent inside of me. But somehow in this protocol is not working the way I work, just putting him here alone. So I'm going to then have to make him someone that will complete, that will bring in that part that I see that is missing in him. So God said he was going to make him a mate, a help meet, an exile. We looked at the Hebrew word earlier on. God said I was going to make him a help that is meet, not someone that is below him, like a lot of religious people want to play and say the woman is below. That was not what God created. We've done a lot of pollution of God's creation. But if you want to understand something, you go to the beginning. Jesus said in the beginning, it wasn't so. If you want to understand the truth, you go to the beginning, not the corruption of it. When God created the helpmeet, he wasn't someone that was below him. He wasn't someone that was above him. It was someone to stand side by side with him, equal in every way to him. The woman was not made below the man. She was not made a servant. She was not made a slave. She was given every single thing the man had, just that she was made in such a way that she can complement him. In the complementing, she was different. In every other thing, she was the same, right? That was what God created. And again, when we look at it beyond that, it's not just a male, female. The way we're created to need other people in our lives. That's why Ecclesiastes will say 2 is better than 1. Because when one is cold, the other one will warm him up. When one falls down, the other one will pull him up. Right? It's just the way God has created us. He has created us to seek relationship, to need relationship. to complete us. So the Bible would say that God puts the lonely, the isolated, the unconnected into families. It brings them into a place of connection, a place where he can be fed, a place where he can be helped, just as he can help others also, right? Because God has not made anybody useless. God says it brings the lonely, brings the isolated, it brings the unconnected into a place of connection, right? That's what God does, because we need it. We cannot survive on our own, right? One of the things that God puts into every one of us that tells us we can't survive on our own is called loneliness. Loneliness. It's like headache. When you have headache, you know something is wrong. Whether you're not sleeping well, whether you're overworking yourself, something is amiss. It's a symptom saying something is amiss. The same way loneliness is a symptom telling you something is amiss in your life. You're not getting balance in your life. So when you're lonely, saying something is amiss in your life, you're not getting balance in your life. Loneliness is just something telling you that you're not getting the right social engagement in your life. You are not connecting to the extent you need to connect with other people. You are spending too much time in solitude. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, you're spending too much time in solitude. So when you feel lonely, it's because you are not connecting with other people. And it doesn't mean that you're not being in a place where there's a crowd. It just means you're not connecting. You're not breaking through that wall of social interaction. You're not breaking through. You might be in a crowd and be lonely. You might be the head of a group and be lonely. It just means that you're not being seen. You're not being heard. You're not being understood. You're not getting through to the people that are around you. Either you don't understand them or they don't understand you, but you're not gelling. You're not connecting. That's what loneliness, and it's something God has put in there. It's an indicator telling us something is amiss. Do something about it. Because if you don't do something about loneliness, it can kill you. It can kill you physically, it can kill you psychologically, it can kill you spiritually. Even though it's not real, even though it's just a symptom, if you allow it to persist, it can kill you, can result into several kinds of physical illness. It can result into several types of psychological illness. It can result into several types of spiritual illness. It's an indication saying something is amiss, not just for the sake of something is amiss, it's like you do something about it. And that thing is not fasting, it's not praying. It's a social solution. Because the social deficiency is for you about is a social solution. Yes, you might pray for wisdom, but when you get that wisdom, you have to do something about it. It's a social something you need to do about it. You have to do something about your social fitness. We'll say social fitness is the ability to make a relationship and also to maintain an existing one. When you're not able to make a relationship, you're not able to connect with other people, we say you're not socially fit. The same thing we talk about physical fitness. If you're not able if you don't have the right numbers, right? If you don't have the right numbers, if you're doing one small thing and your heart is you're palpitating, then you're not physically fit. Same thing. If you're not able to connect with other people, you're not socially fit. But it's not a death sentence. You can do something about it. You can improve on your ability to connect with other people. You can improve on your ability to maintain relationship. And we did a lot of talking about that when we looked at our last book, The Good Life, right? And you find the videos out there on YouTube, The Good Life. We did a lot on that, right? But here also, it's just stepping out. Don't be too conscious about what other people can do to you or for you. Think about what you can do for other people. If you want to solve loneliness in your life, go look for other lonely people that you can relate with. You can help them to be seen. As you are blessing them, you will feel seen also. Don't always be looking for the big thing. Start with a small seed. Go bless someone else. Giving is the key to life. Jesus says, give and you shall be given. Give a solution to loneliness and you shall be given. Give social blessing and you shall be given. And when you are giving, it's going to be much more than you give. Jesus says it's going to be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Shall men give into your bosom? God will cause men to give into your bosom. But it starts by you giving, stepping out and doing something. Right? All right, let's move on this.